Very nice view of that setting sun. As long as this is not too much of a glare. I don't know. December 18th, 19th, somewhere's in that range. It's been cloudy and rainy the last 3 days. Started clearing up about an hour ago. Yeah, it's very nice catching the sun after so much overcast. It's pretty gnarly windfall. What do you call it? In the 40s, low 40s. Getting down below freezing at night the last day or two. So it could be that winter is finally setting in. We got some nice beautiful green going on. Oh my God. Summers are rough from the heat, but winters are nice. Yeah, cold winters are good and bad. This way. Modern technology, cold winters are alright. But without it, it'd be rough. It's nice being able to preserve food in the cold weather. Sounded like a velociraptor. Wear my regular hiking boots. It's kind of scary. With some very nice colors going on there between those mushrooms and the lichens and the mosses. A lot of vibrancy, contrasting vibrancies. It'll be a short hiking video. Using some battery construction. I was doing some constructions earlier. Kind of getting the big hole in the floor ready for plumbing. But my It's an icicle. It's kind of trippy how the ice just coexists with the other stuff. Just fine and dandy. Yeah, things are still alive, but it's more or less stasis. Like they're really not growing, they're just kind of surviving the winters. Cold enough for that. Am I? Glue. Plumbing glue. It dried up. Pardon on me. I couldn't glue any PVCs together. I have to do that. I get more. Get a fresh bottle. I figure it's probably worth talking about technology some more, since I haven't talked about it enough yet. I'm pretty anti-technology, because I am. But I don't want it to sound like technology's the problem. It's not. It's a tool for the problem. Kind of on that same line. Yeah, maybe a tool for the solving of the problem, but I doubt it. But the real problem isn't technology. It's the devil. Easy peasy. Go back. And there are always problems, regardless of the technology level, because it was the devil, until at the point where there was no problems, and that was pre-devil, pre-eating the apple. Kind of like a road right here, going up. Old road. Not used for the last who knows how many years. beautiful. Probably like a beech tree. Oh, I don't see any nuts. Got the right skin for it. Just a tour around the tree. Look at those branches. So elegant. Probably a bad wood for making lumber out of. A lot of twists and turns in the grain. But very beautiful to look at. Yeah, so, you know, I'm anti-technology, but, you know, it's not like the worst thing ever. Worst thing ever. Probably liberals. What do you call it? Doing their lies and manipulations. Kind of a little servant to the devil. Uh-oh. Roadblock. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this one. Pretty trippy. They're all crossing the road. Yeah, it could be. That beach are starting to overcrowd a lot of woods. North American woods is forest. Take them over. Kind of pushing out the oaks and things, but still got a ton of oaks around here. So it looks like it may be actively used. Kind of like clawing on it. These have been scraped away. Road I came in on right over there. Yeah, the walks are definitely nice. Get back onto this road, see where this road goes. Looks like it's just gonna connect up. These walks are definitely my favorite part. Being out here. It's just bad day turns good. Good day gets better. Reconnecting with the natures. Looks like maybe an old deer stand, but I don't know what this is. That's like the post that it was nailed to. Should have been nailed way up there. Not down here. This is some kind of a property line right here. You kind of see those. This side, where I'm on, posted as TBA, public. On this side, you never know. You know, did the TVA go over here as well? Did they purchase this parcel? Or just this one? Great lookout from up here. A little stream. Falling down that valley floor. It's maybe 40 foot below. Well, I can't really say what's bad about liberals because there's just so much, kind of, anything you say is by far not a full and complete list. So you can never really get it all in one sitting. And these are the radical liberals that we got today. Here, Democrats, and your movie stars, your NPRs. Yeah, I listen to NPR just to know that they're full of it. I don't want to be believing that they're full of it without actually listening to them, hearing the words come out of their mouth. So it's like socialism. They want socialism because they want stuff that they're not willing to work for themselves. They want their free healthcare, their free college, their free food, their free housing, their free phones, whatever. Socialism doesn't work because of that. People want to do as little as possible and do less than they need to, do as little as possible and have as much as possible, and get as much as possible. Produce as little and take as much as you can, more than they've earned. The whole reason we we don't even have a surplus, it's kind of we're deficit. In 20 years, it's just fulfilling the deficit, filling our, paying the interest on the debt, national debt. That's going to be the biggest part of the budget. Bigger than the military spending, bigger than the Medicare spending, whatever other spendings, the big portion will just be servicing the debt. So got the debt growing. And we're in a boom. We should be paying off the debt. You got liberals attaching, funding abortions to military spending bills. And that's politics. You got currently what's up for grabs. In the upcoming budget thing, they've just tacked on coal miner pensions, guaranteed pension, funding pensions for miners to the budget. That's more of a society thing. Yeah. The fact that they liberals want all these things for free when they can't be afforded is, proof in itself that, socialism doesn't work. There we go. Perfect. guy. Oh, cattle paddle. Cattle panel. Small barbed wire. Gnarly oak tree rotting out on the inside. Trees do make homes for people and animals alike. They provide shelter up top for the birds, shelter down below for the critters, shelter in the middles for other critters, shelter for people when we cut them down and use them, shelter for the bugs that are eating their way through there and hiding in the cracks. Yeah, so sometimes after a frost, you know, next day, come out, cold freezing temperatures at night, you see the dead bugs on the ground. You know, those are the bugs that were hiding up in the bark at night, died from the frost. Yeah, you know, it's kind of, liberals ain't the devil, they're just little puppets for the devil. Kind of, they're a result of the problem, and then they're perpetuating the problem. They're a necessary part of things. Kind of going at like the real problem. You know, it's kind of not, you know, like socialism is bad, it doesn't work, but then, and capitalism is good, but not capitalism in its present form. Capitalism in its present form, using money, you know, money is bad. It allows inequalities. So liberals point out a lot of good points, problems, but they're sacrilegious about it. It's kind of their whole reason and everything, solution, reason behind the problem, and solution for the problem is just the complete opposite. You know, it's just raping truth, what they do. But kind of the inequalities are a real issue, and they're only, you know, perpetuated because of money. You know, really it should just be bartering one person's goods for another person's goods. You know, don't need money. Granted, money is a convenience, you know, just like technology, it's a convenience. Simplifies things, and in a good world, it wouldn't get abused. But where you got the devils, it gets abused. So it's kind of, you know, simplify it, you know, it's bad. You don't get cool things without money. You don't, a system of barter, you don't end up with iPhones, airplanes, things like that. You know, it's like just the simplest thing, simplest item requires a ton of people from a ton of countries, shipping materials and doing things to those materials. Wow, that is a slippery one. And you can only do those transactions with money. And it sounds like a loss, like you have to give up those things, but it's actually a benefit giving up those things. The phones and the planes and the whatnots. Because those things are distractions. So the creek is flowing under the tree. So without those things, this creek is almost a barrier. I kind of got to walk along it just to find a way across. But, do I need to cross it, you know? In this particular house, it's a rhetorical question. So kind of the real question is, you don't need to fly. You know, do you need to fly around? Do you need to cross rivers and mountain ranges? Do you need to cross oceans and all that jazz? And no, you don't. What do you call it? These right here are briars. See if we can find some. It looks like the birds got most of these in this area. But they have berries on them. And I'd have to look into it. But probably eat the roots. Even eat the stems if you wanted to. Pretty much most plants you can kind of boil them to soften them, get their nutritions. Roll over a log, get some little grubs and things. Take them to the lake, fish with them. Probably some little crayfish. You know, this is filling back up this creek. It had dried out. Yeah, by spring there'll be minnows and crayfish around. Looks like maybe a crayfish tunnel. You know, it's edible to some extent, whatever that grass is. You can either boil it soft so it's more digestible. Problem with grasses is, you know, you just poop them out, kind of like horse poop or something. Elephant poop, maybe, I don't know. It's like, you can't digest the fiber, so you poop out the fibers full. You kind of need multiple stomachs. Like, here we go. So, these got big seeds in them. You know, some briar. Berries. That particular vine, not all that good. Some of them, they're rather sweet. So you'd probably end up pooping out those seeds whole. 'Cause you can't digest them. These are interesting. You might almost think that this is chicken of the woods. That's what I thought it was coming up on it, but it's not. It's kind of hard to tell. But this is like a sponge almost. It's like a felt on top. On the bottom it's got gills. It's nice and orange, but not really bands of colored bands. You know, like a stripe of dark orange, a stripe of white, stripe of pink, whatever, you know. Kind of just all the same color orange. It's felty on top. Gills. I almost thought maybe it was a chanterelle until I saw that it was on the log. Chanterelles are orange like that, and they got gills that go to the thing. But you get mushrooms. And you get armadillos. Nice kind of see its backbone, pelvis. Not too much left of it. Looks like they hauled off its head or something. Head and legs. But you don't need to be flying to Ibiza for a weekend. You don't need to fly your hairdresser across the country so your hair can get done just right for the award ceremony. All those fancy things you get mode to travel, you don't need. And not only do you not need them, it just makes things worse, you know. The amount of drain on the environment to sustain that lifestyle is incredible. You know, it's an incredible drain. And then, you know, if you gotta go to Ibiza to have a good time, you're, you know, definitely have some false, overly high, diluted expectations of what it takes to be a good time, and you're focusing on the wrong things. If you can't have a good time on your front porch with some good company, a couple of close friends, you're not going to really have a good time at all. You're just going to drink and do drugs and other things, and kind of think you're having a good time. And that's just kind of, more of the devil's, But I mean, the only reason you would need to travel is for like food, water, shelter. And we're in positions these days, like Las Vegas or, Alaska, where those people would probably have to move. Nice big one. Vine. 4-incher. Kind of deer eating the grasses and the berries and all of that. It's kind of, you have a freshwater mussel, and it's like a treat or something. But, all these fancy technologies, it's like, I don't want to do Chinese food today because I did that yesterday. I don't want to do pizza because I did that the other day, and it's kind of, you can have all of these incredible foods with all these intense flavors, and you just don't care. It's kind of, the more options a person has in front of them, the less satisfied they are with the choice they make. When you sprawl out the whole world in front of you, it's kind of, those are all the options, and you become satisfied with nothing. There's nothing that can satisfy you. It's kind of crazy. And it's kind of Promoting. Yeah, that's a stick. It almost looks like a bone. Promoting that lifestyle is rough. So it's just making it even harder for nature to keep up. This is like a mud flat right here. Kind of, you know, it's a wasteland. But it's a perfect home for like some salamanders and newts and things. Probably find some goodies under those leaves if you rake the leaves back. Some goody amphibians. And maybe do that sometime when it's warmer out and I'm wearing proper boots. See what's under the leaves and the muds. Yeah, but nice little deer trail. What do you call it? Forest bathing. Yes, this is forest bathing. Kind of. Just enjoying it. That kind of recenters the psyche. And it's kind of, it sounds new age-ish. But, you know, you can feel the effects. It's kind of puts things back into perspective. And then it's kind of medically, you know, it's kind of, what do you call it? When you're around people and society, your hippocampus gets bigger. And when you're away from it, your hippocampus shrinks. And you kind of think that's, you know, medical tests show that. But that's more of the effects of isolation. On the reverse side of it, hippocampus is shrinking, and something, because it's not being used, but other parts of the brain are being used. And those parts are probably getting bigger. We just haven't figured it out yet. Kind of the joy and the happiness. Get a lot of joy out of spending a weekend doing a bender in Visa, and then Sunday attending Mass at the Vatican and being like, oh yeah, it's great. You know, a lot of joys and thrills, but not much happiness in that. It's filled with all those empty things so that it becomes itself empty. When you're kind of limited by the marsh, by the lake, and all that, get to know and appreciate those simpler things and find the value and meaning in them. Gives you substance. Yeah, my battery's dying. Population too. What do you call it? Definitely not made for living on so many others. Studies show, I think population of about 100 is ideal for people to congregate in. Towns of 100. And after that, you know, it's just overcrowded. And that's kind of what Mother Nature can support. 100 people. You got a few craftsmen, you know, that do mild crafts like cobbler and thread maker and clothes maker. Stuff like that. Miller. And they pass on those jobs to their children. You know, kind of, that's just what that family line does. And at that point, population of 100, everyone is valuable in an obvious and known manner. You don't need laws, you know, government, police and all that, because everyone holds each other accountable. And they know each other. Has a nice big poop. That was deer that ate too many briar berries, probably. Kind of almost got the squirts from it. Yeah, but kind of self-explanatory. When you have 1 million people, 10 million people clustered, where they've taken over to Satan so well, it's just because they're overcrowded and demented and all that from it, and easy to sway, so out of touch with, you know, kind of God's creation right here, out of touch of their place in that creation. And this looks like it's a nice path. Gotta get down this embankment. Yeah, so it's not just technology that's bad, it's a lot of things that are bad, but somehow I got off on a tangent about technology, but money, population, all that, and the real problem is the devil. Oh, that's a broken log. It almost looks like big old thing of chicken of the woods, but so the fall chicken of the woods, just a broken log. Fall chicken of the woods died out with the frosts. That just kind of ruined them. 15 degrees overnight, freezing the next day. It's just, you know, they're just no good, you know. And that frost came real early. Had winter and fall, and then had fall pretty much all of December up till now. Now it feels like December is starting to be about what it should be. Yeah, that's kind of the other thing. You know, this whole man-made global warming. It's kind of end times weather, I think. And liberals push for this man-made global warming. You know, it's kind of man has control over everything. Man is, you know, the only force that needs to be, you know, thought of, when really it's just, you know, biblical forces. Wow, that's a nice little cloud cover. And saying that it's man-made is just distracting people from the real situation. Kind of, you know, end times weather. You know, it's kind of keeping people from opening up their eyes and realizing that fun time's over. And you know, it's the days of reckoning coming. Wow. Yeah, some very nice hues. Soft hues for the sunsets around here. Rikes Island, here's Campground Mudflats. Starting to fill back up. And liberals go on about man-made global warming because they're just doing the devil's work, you know. The devil's to distract people from reality, keep them from coming to faith, spread lies and hate and deception and all that. They're not gonna show. They're like a rosy pink lichen. The colors don't want to come through. Very pretty lichen. So that's it for this video.